Hello, how are you? Welcome to Bema's Crafty Corner. I am Bema, better known as Els, and today I have this little project for us. Isn't it cute? Right? And you open this up, and inside there's 3 Ghirardelli chocolates, the little flat, bark ones that they do. How cute is this for Christmas or, for a wedding or whatever? Very easy to do. I'm going to show you how. And you can get 2 of these boxes out of 1 piece of 8.5 by 11, okay? So I'm going to do this. I'll be right back with supplies in just a minute. Okay, let's take a look at supplies. We're going to need a corner rounder. You're going to want a paper trimmer, some scissors, scoring tools, a scoreboard, some paper for your base. I recommend at least 65-pound cardstock. If you got 80 or 110, all the better. And then, paper that you want to use for your decorating, and then whatever you want to decorate with. Okay? So we're going to start by cutting some paper and doing some scoring. Let me get the rest of this out of the way. I'll be right back. All right, so for our base piece, we want a piece that is 7 by 5.5. So let's see. Oh, well, that's 5.5 by 7. This is 8.5 inches. So we can take 1.5 inches off and we'll be at the size we want. This is a little bit different of a size paper for the box that we're making. Usually my pages are really long and narrow, but this one is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of an odd size. And then we're going to want a strip of paper that is 2 inches by 7.25. So you can get quite a few of these out of 1 sheet of 12 by 12 if you want to use 12 by 12. If you don't, that's fine. By 7.25. Now, this one is not an exact measurement, okay? It just depends on how tightly you wrap it around the box and whether it's paper or cardstock. All right, so I'm going to get rid of the trimmer. When I come back, we're going to do some quick scoring, and then we're going to get started. There's some hand trimming on this one, guys, so you're going to have to follow along a little bit close. I'll be right back. All right, this piece, no scoring. Put it to the side. This piece, put it in here, 7 inches. All right, 2 3/8. I'm sorry, 2 3/8. So go to your 2. 1, 2, 3. Score. Then you're going to go to 4 5/8. So go to 4, and then count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the one between 4.5 and 4 3/4. And this one at 2 3/8 is the one that's between 2 1/4 and 2.5. Okay. We're going to turn it, and then we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch over here, 1.5 inches, then at 4 inches, and 4 3/4 inches. That's it. All right. Now, fold and burnish. Remember, guys, when you fold and burnish, you always want to fold hills into valleys, valleys into hills. What does that mean? That means that the part that you pushed down to score is a valley. The other side where it pops out is the hill, okay? So score into your hills. Use your board. It's your friend. Be gentle. It's paper, guys. It's paper. Yes, I know it's cardstock, but it's still going to break if you're too rough with it. So just do it gently with your fingers and then hit it with your bone folder, okay? And then once you're all done with that, when we come back, I'm going to have inked a couple of these. You don't have to ink your box, okay? But I'm going to ink a couple of them just so you guys can see what we're doing, all right? I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to do some hand cutting here. And you can see this piece right here. There's 2 boxes. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. We're going to cut up this first line to the fold. Then we're going to cut up the second line to the fold. We're only taking off the outside piece. Okay, so we want to leave that one there. So cut the long ends first. And we're only doing the outside 4 boxes. So up, up, and remove. Okay? Crooked there. And do the same thing on the other side. We're going up to the fold, up to the fold, remove the outside box. All right, one more time, up to the fold. I can get that line a little straighter, hold on. There we go. And then up to the fold and take off the outside box. All right, so you want a piece that has 5 boxes across here and 3 boxes here, here, and here. All right, see, you got little flaps, and then you have 2 big flaps, and then you have these little flaps. That's what we want, all right? Whew. I know that's the scary part. Now we're going to round some corners, and in order to do that, you want to fold these in, because otherwise you're not going to be able to round the corners. So fold that one in, then fold it out, fold this one in, and round this corner. And do the same thing on the other side. You can also round the corners on these tall ones. You don't have to if you don't want to, but go round your corners, and when you come back, we're going to put it together. I'll be right back. All right, so now, quick basic assembly. Pick a side. This side. I'm going to put tape on here. Now, you can use any adhesive that you want, okay? And then I'm going to put adhesive on this side. Okay. Now, bring that in, and the other side goes on the outside of it. Same thing on this side. The side with the tape is the side that's on the inside. Your adhesive goes on the inside, okay? So that is our basic assembly. Now we can put in our candies and we can build the rest of this. So I will be back in just a moment. All right, so we're going to take our Ghirardelli squares and they go in there. 3 of them will fit in the box, no more. 3. And then these don't really fold. They just kind of lay over the top. And so if we did this, they would just pop open. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a belly band on here, and that's where our strip's going to come in. We're going to put that in the middle, and we are going to hand turn this around, making sure it's nice and even, and we're going to put some adhesive on this, okay? Now you can use tape if you want. You can use glue. It's entirely up to you. The glue just happened to be handy. Okay. So I'm going to bring this over, and I don't want it too tight, but I don't want it too loose either. And I'm going to hold it for a few seconds and let it dry. Then once it's dry, I can decorate. So you can do anything you want. You can punch some things and stamp a sentiment or whatever. I'm going to put this little guy on there. Let me ink him a little bit, though, because he's kind of white. I just have this cute little old-style vintage piece. And let me grab a dot. I'm going to put it up on a dot. I like dots. I like dimension. So we're going to take this. We're going to put a dot on the back. One of those. I'm going to take this piece off the back. We're going to put it right there. And that's it. Now, you can buy a bag of Ghirardellis, I don't know, like $6, $7. So you could probably get about, I think there's 30 of them in there. So I think you could probably get about 10 of these out of a bag. And, you know, you can pass them out at work. If you want to put a little something on here as far as like a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays or something like that, you can go ahead and stamp that out and punch it and put it right on there. It's cute. This way you can just hand one out to every single person in your office, or at least the ones you like, you know. That's it. That's all I have for you today. If you're new here and I have not offended you, push the button and subscribe. You know what? Just subscribe anyway. Doesn't matter. Just subscribe. And if you would like to cyber stalk me and you want to know what's going on in my digital world, go down to the description, hit more, and then there are all kinds of links. You can get my email address, my Etsy shop, my Facebook group. If you want a copy of what's going on my schedule, you can get that here on the YouTube channel or over on the Facebook group, whichever one you prefer. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.